Yo guys, what's going on? Good morning. So you are joining me on a very sunny Friday morning here in England. So with today's vlog then, I said to you guys that at the very start of this channel that I really wanted to kind of like use this channel to kind of like document my journey, document my growth of my online coaching business, obviously as I'm really like right at the start. So today's video, really what I wanted to kind of be about is I want to kind of give you guys a little bit of an insight into some of the projects that I'm currently running within my business, some of the things I'm doing to try and grow my business, get more exposure and things like that. So you're going to get a really good insight depth into what I'm really working on at the moment behind the scenes to help grow my business, get more exposure and things like that. So anyway, today's plans then, I have got to do some work for my SM Shred, which I'm going to talk about later on in this video anyway. I've got a lot of things to sort out for that because I'm in the final week of that. I've also got a gym session, I've got some client updates to do, some programming to do, and a little bit of business development stuff, which I will dive into a bit later on in this video. So anyway, I'm going to get back to my walk as I'm just about to hit the busy road and you will not be able to hear me anyway. So I'll catch you guys very soon. So I've just come back from my morning walk, and the biggest issue with the route that I take every single morning where I live is the fact that there's a massive Tesco on my way back, which means I find it like literally impossible to not go in and like not pick up a white monster. Like my addiction for these things is insane. I don't even want to tell you how many cans I've got in my bedroom. There's like, hold on. There's a couple on the windowsill, there's a couple on the floor. I'm not even gonna tell you. Oh dear God, it's actually pretty bad. I just realised that those cans are actually from this week. I bought all of these earlier on in the week and I've actually got through them all already. I have a fucking problem. Anyway, time to crack that open and get straight into my work. So, I'll see you in the next clip. Yo guys, what's going on? So I've basically spent the majority of this morning working on a load of video content and a load of different posts for my SM Shred group, which is going to go out over the next couple of days. Now, something I mentioned earlier on this video and something that I have promoted quite heavily over my social media over the past month or so is the announcement of this brand new project of mine, which is the SM Shred. Now, the SM Shred basically is a free 4-week fat loss challenge, which I came up with the idea of that just over a month ago after I went to the seminar in Manchester, which obviously if you guys have been following my videos, you will have seen that I went there about a couple of months ago. And the idea basically of the fat loss challenge is just to give people a bit of a kickstart for their fat loss journeys. And it also kind of showcases my talents and, you know, my individual coaching methods and stuff like that. So it gives people an idea of what it's like to work with me. So as much of it as it is like a free tool as well to help people kickstart their fat loss journeys, it's also a way of kind of giving my coaching service a bit more exposure, gives people an idea of what it's like to work with me, and hopefully it encourages more people to actually come on board with my online coaching service. So guys, what I'm going to do now then is show you what's actually going off inside of the SM Shred Facebook group. So I'm going to show you some of the posts from the guys and girls doing the shred, some of the progress that they're making, and of course I'm going to show you the actual shred program that everyone is following in the gym, which I'm really excited to show you because trust me, it's one evil fucker. So guys, this is the private SM Shred Facebook group right here, and as you can see, first of all, everyone sees a welcome video, which is just basically explaining what's going to happen over the next 4 weeks, what they can expect to happen, and then other little bits of details and whatnot. So, but yeah, then we've got some posts coming through with some of the people on the SM Shred. This is Tara right now explaining her current, what was it? Oh yeah, it's her current like body fat levels and stuff. She's at 11%, which is absolutely fucking crazy, but still. And then of course we've got other updates from people in the shred group saying what their current weight is and stuff. One of the things I'm really happy about with this shred at the moment is, you know, just how supportive and interactive the people in the group have been. There's like nearly 30 odd people in here, but obviously everyone keeps checking in every single day. They're enjoying like the community aspect of it, and people are making really good friends and enjoying the social aspect of it, which is something that I'm so happy about. But yeah, obviously you'll see in here that I'm obviously posting every single day, and then obviously you've also got the majority of the shredders posting every single day as well. So The interaction level is absolutely crazy, and it's something I'm very, very happy about with this challenge. Right, what else should I show you? Oh yeah, I'll show you all the files and stuff that are inside here, so you can see what I actually have in here. So obviously I've got the example meal plans at the top. There's a macro calculator, a frequently asked questions document, because obviously there are going to be a few things that everyone keeps asking, so I've compiled all of them and all the answers. And then there's the two type of programs that I'm currently throwing into the SM Shred Challenge. So you've got the gym-based version and the home version. So here's a quick overview of the gym program that everyone follows in the SM Shred. So in week 1, we have GVT and triceps. For anyone who has ever followed German volume training before, they know how evil this thing is. In a nutshell, it's basically doing 10 sets of 10 with a compound movement, followed by a little bit of accessory work with some isolation movements as well. It's an absolute write-off. So basically it's split up into 3 different sessions. So you've got legs, push and pull, and that's the same on every single week, just with different training methods. So let's scroll down. What else we've got? Week 2, we've got double rep method. So essentially what you're doing is you're performing certain movements with your 8 or 10 or 12 rep maximum, and then essentially performing double the amount of reps. Yeah, I think I've had a lot of hate off people, especially when they've been doing double rep methods on squats, you know, using an 8 rep max and then having to do 16 reps with that. Jesus Christ, it is not kind whatsoever. Again, legs, push, pull with all of that. Week 3, where are we? Lucky number 7. So this one is one of my own creations. So essentially what you're doing is you're doing 7 exercises for 7 reps each, for 7 rounds in total, and then repeating the whole thing twice. Again, I've had a lot of hate of this one, especially on the leg workouts. So I think the leg workouts are the most brutal by far, but obviously anyone will agree, you know, leg days are fucking horrible. So and then week 4 is my favorite, one of my signature training methods that all of my clients know about, which is to hell and back. I'm not even going to talk about this one because I like to leave it as a bit of a surprise, but let's just say I've had a few nasty messages from people on the SM Shred after completing these workouts, but Jesus Christ, yeah, it's pretty brutal, I'm not going to lie. So then guys, that gives you a little bit of an oversight of the SM Shred Fat Loss Challenge. So yeah, coming to the end of the very first SM Shred Fat Loss Challenge, and you know, it's been crazy stressful to set up. First few weeks were teething problems, but as it stands, it looks like I'm going to get some really, really good results and some really good feedback out of this. So yeah, overall, really happy first month, and I'm even more excited to get kicked off with the second SM Shred Challenge, which of course I'll release some details for in a few weeks' time. But as it stands, I'm looking kind of mid-July, towards late July, when I start the next one. The idea is that I do the 4-week program, take about 2 weeks to collate all the results, and then create some more marketing material from it. Take the next intake in, and then start it within 2 or 3 weeks after the last one is finished. So yeah, overall, really happy with how the first one's gone, and I'm excited to keep doing these over the next few months, and hopefully it's going to give my business the exposure that I really hope it gets. Anyway, it's time for the most important part of my day. Can you guess what it is? Obviously, it's the gym. Let's go. Yo, what's going on, guys? So I have just finished my upper body session, and although it took like 2.5 hours, that was definitely my best session of this week. Like, literally hitting PBs all round. Every exercise felt good. Literally everything moved so well, and I was able to just smash the logbook this week, and which is not bad considering like I literally walked into the gym having left half of my brain back at home. Like, I got into the gym, went straight to the squat rack to do OHP, got on the bar, loaded the bar, did 3 sets before I realized that I was actually lifting 55 kg and not 52.5, which was my previous PB. So I accidentally hit a new volume PB on OHP without even realizing, because I'm a fucking idiot who can't count, obviously. And then to make matters worse, after I did my last set, or like my last superset on biceps and triceps, I actually walked out the gym and then realized I completely forgot to do shoulders. So yeah, somehow I've managed to hit a really, really good session and smash the logbook, despite the fact that I've quite clearly left half of my brains back in my own room, like. But anyway, so coming towards the end of my current training block, I think I'm on like week 6 now. So next week is my final week, and then I'm deloading after that. This first powerlifting block has like literally fucking killed me. Like, The volume has just been immense. The amount of work I'm doing on the compounds, literally, it's been brutal as fuck, but I've really enjoyed it. The style of programming is so different to what I'm used to. And that's one of the things I just love about training is, you know, I'm not one of these people that is stuck in his ways. Like, I'm not a classic bodybuilder or anything like that. I don't conform to like one party. I like experimenting. I like seeing what my body can do. And I like just pushing myself to see, you know, what I'm physically capable of. And that's why I've really enjoyed this current powerlifting block. So I'm really excited now to get my new training block underway. I received it yesterday. So yeah, I'm so excited to get started with that. But anyway, I need to go home, grab some food because I'm starving. I'll catch you guys later on. I have just sat down and I'm just about to actually record the last little clip for this vlog. But just as I was getting set up, I've actually been doing some business development stuff, and I thought, you know, might be pretty cool to actually show you guys what I actually do in my spare time away from social media to try and get more exposure for myself and for my business. So what I'm about to show you then, whether you can actually see it properly or not, is my message box on MyFitnessPal. Now, for a lot of you guys, a lot of you probably would have heard of MyFitnessPal, but if you don't know what it is, basically it's a really popular food tracking app available on your phone and laptop. Now, MyFitnessPal has literally millions and millions of users, and on MyFitnessPal itself, it has like a huge community section, and it allows people to like add their friends. It allows them to go onto forums and onto threads to like pick up any advice or guidance that they may need. It allows them to provide support for other members and stuff like that. And basically it's just like a good place to go if you really want some like kind of accountability or support for your goals, depending on whether it's to do with like building muscle or losing weight, whatever it may be. And basically what I have been doing over the last few months is I've been going into the threads. I have been posting my own content. I've been answering some questions, getting people to inbox me with their questions or queries so I can help them on a more personal level. I've been helping people set up their macros, all things like this. And, you know, basically I'm just providing a load of free advice and free content just to kind of build my name up a little bit. You know, it gets my name out there a little bit. I'm trying to network with as many people on there as I possibly can, because the way I see it in the long run, it's going to build up my reputation. It's going to build up my expertise and my knowledge, and it gives me more of a chance to express myself as a coach and a businessman. And in the long run, hopefully it's going to help build up my social media following. It's going to help build up my reputation. And, you know, some of these guys and girls might come on to like my free programs, or they might come on to the SM Shred. Potentially they might even become online clients. So that's the whole purpose behind it. And every single day I try and spend at least 30 minutes going into those threads, answering questions, you know, networking, adding more people, all things like that. Because the way I see it, the more I network, the more people I respond to, the more questions I answer, the more it's helping to build my reputation. And in the long run, that's how I'm going to build my business. And I should know by now that it does actually pay off, because, you know, both of my American clients actually came through my work on MyFitnessPal. So, but yeah, that basically gives you guys an idea of what I do to kind of like business develop, in a sense, you know, get more exposure and build myself as an online presence. So I kind of wanted to end this vlog then with something that kind of like popped up last night, and something that I kind of spoke about on Instagram, I think it was a few weeks ago. And basically, I've been asked quite a bit, how have I got to where I am right now with my online coaching business? You know, how have I gone from, you know, personal training, like part-time in a gym alongside my part-time job, to coaching people home and outdoors? How did I go from like seemingly all of that a year ago to what I have right now with my online coaching business? And very simply, guys, I've basically winged my way here, and I'm not afraid to admit that. Like, just to give you a little bit of context with what I'm saying by that is, you know, I have had no idea how I've got here. There's been no strategic planning. There's been no like 5-year business plan, or, you know, I'm going to be, you know, here with my business by this month. I'm going to have this many clients. I'm going to have this many followers. None of that shit. Like, none of this has been planned. Where I am right now with my life, every business asset that I own, the number of clients I have, the way in which my business is moving forward, none of that was planned. I am simply where I am right now just by winging my way there. And here's what I mean by that. So, some of you may know the story, some may not. In September last year, I was at Mint Festival in Leeds. It was Saturday evening, about 7 or 8 p.m. I was at Hot Since 82's tent. He was playing an unreal set. And I was absolutely pissed out of my tree. And I was just kind of stood there and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to pursue online coaching. Literally made that choice right there and then. I went home 2 days later. Was it a day later? No, I went home the day later and I handed in my notice. And I said to myself, like, right, you've got a month to set up your online coaching business. I made an announcement on my Facebook and my Snapchat and my email newsletter saying, I'm going to begin online coaching by this month. If you're interested, please fill out this form for me. And I had a few people interested in it, and I think I signed on 2 clients initially from that. I was like, right, I've now got a month before I start officially online coaching these people. I had like one problem. How the fuck do you run an online coaching business? Where do you get started? I had no idea. Literally, I just said, right, I'm going to do online coaching. But I'd never coached someone online before. I'd done it in person, but even then I wasn't 100% experienced with that, or had a lot of experience. Coaching people online, I was like, where the fuck do I start? Like, where do I make people's programs? How am I going to interact with them? How are they going to pay me and shit? I don't have a fucking clue. I just basically agreed right there and then to start my online coaching business. But I had no idea how to run any of that. I had to kind of figure that shit out as I went along. I had to figure it out later. But what that is an example of right there, guys, is I made an impulse decision. I realised that online coaching was something that people were interested in with me, and I made an impulse decision, albeit when I was absolutely pissed out of my tree. I made an impulse decision to go, right, okay, I'm going to begin online coaching. Made that decision right there and then. Yes, I had no idea how I was going to do it. I just knew that I wanted to do it, and I just knew that I was going to eventually learn how to actually run an online coaching business. And that's basically how I am, where I am right now. And this is something I feel so many people struggle with. A lot of people ponder on making a decision, and they ponder on it for so long that they never actually get anywhere with it, and they end up just being stuck and spinning their wheels for months on end before they ever do anything. And in that time, they've lost so much valuable time where they could have made so much progression towards their goals, whether that be for the gym, whether that is to do with changing their physique, or whether it's to do with career or even launching your own business. Like, just to give a classic example, right? So I have had people come up to me in the past saying, oh yeah, I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm going to start, putting all the right habits in place, get sorted out with my macros and stuff like that. They say all of these things and they say they're going to start making a change. But they're too afraid of going into the gym because they don't know what they're doing. They haven't got a program sorted. They haven't got an idea what exercises work, which muscle groups, all things like that. They're too scared of the unknown, and because of that, they keep pondering the decision of, should I start this now? Am I ready for it? They're thinking all these things, and all of this pondering is stopping them from actually doing the work and making a change. And because of that, they go 6-8 months without ever changing their physique, and they've just essentially wasted that time. But here's the difference with me. I am quite an impulse decision maker. And because of that, if I'm faced with a choice, if I'm faced with a decision, I'll go, right, okay, yeah, let's do it. I might not have any clue what I'm actually doing. I might be taking a huge risk. I haven't got a fucking clue. But I've made an impulse decision. And although I might not have a clue what I'm doing or how I'm going to get there, I've made that choice. And because I've made that choice, I'm already one step ahead of everyone else who's pondering behind me. So I kind of want to end the vlog on this one, guys. Don't be afraid to wing shit in life. Whether it's to do with the gym, whether it's to do with your career, whatever it may be. It's the people who actually wing it that get there in the end. They are going to get there in the end compared to the people who constantly ponder because they're too afraid of making a decision. I will not lie to you. To get where I am right now with my online coaching business, I have winged my way here. There's been no strategy, there's been no smart planning or anything like that. I made an impulse decision and I just worked my arse off after that to make sure I had everything in place to make sure that this online coaching business of mine would be successful and that it would continue. No strategic planning, no special things, nothing. I've winged my way here. And please, for the love of God, do not be afraid of winging shit in life. Doesn't matter what area of life it is about. Don't be afraid to wing it. Just make a decision, take the risk, and learn everything along the way. Because I can guarantee you, you will get somewhere ahead of the person who is constantly pondering. So I'm just going to leave you with that thought, guys. But anyway, that brings an end to today's vlog. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will catch you in the next video. See you soon.